Welcome to the Campfire Survivors. Fellhollow is officially here for RuneScape Dragonwilds. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to unlock the brand new Tier 5 steel items. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more guides for RuneScape Dragonwilds and other survival games. Alrighty, so diving right in, first and foremost, you have to have the quest line unlocked and have gained access to the brand new Fellhollow region. Alrighty, so once inside Fellhollow, throughout the entire zone, especially on the cliff edges or, on the edge of the very tall mountains, whatever you want to call them, you will find an abundance of ore. One of the major ores that you will find is going to be iron. If you can see something like this here, there should be one. Yeah, right here. So this one, obviously, there's going to be a bunch of iron. Now, iron is not new. We technically had iron back in Storm-Touched Highlands, and if you guys don't necessarily want to farm iron here in Fellhollow because of the difficulty, well, then you can go to that area to get the iron ore. But anyways, you're going to go ahead and farm out the iron ore, because this is going to be the first ingredient that we need to unlock the steel bars. But the second one, and the more important one for this Fellhollow zone, is the coal, as you can see up there in the sky. Now, they're a little bit cheeky, shout out to the devs here for actually doing this. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and utilize a spell like Rockplosion. And then you can actually shoot this up into the sky, and it will actually break it down just like it does the rune stones, and drop all of the coal down to us. So we're going to go ahead and collect that. Do not confuse coal for charcoal, as it is not the same thing. Now, on top of the two ores, the last thing that we need in order for us to do this is going to be from these dragon wolves that you'll find inside of Fellhollow. Again, you'll find a bunch of these just randomly throughout the region. They're not just really spawned in just one little area. Go ahead and take them out, very similar to the wolves in the other zones. And once you kill it, it will drop something called Dragon Wolf Hide. Alrighty, so once you've collected those three resources from Fellhollow, we're going to head to the tannery back at the base. Once we get to the tannery, the object here is we're going to end up throwing in the Dragon Wolf Hide. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. We're going to throw it into here. And you can see that the Dragon Wolf Hide will give you the Draconic Leather, which is one of the ingredients we need to create the Blast Furnace. And now heading down to the Blast Furnace, or in your case, you're going to need to craft the Blast Furnace. And that's going to be this guy that you see here. The ingredient, in order to do so, is going to require granite, iron bars, Draconic Leather. You're going to need 4 of them, so make sure you kill at least 1 to 2 wolves if needed to get enough, fire runes, and then 2 vault cores. All right, so pretty self-explanatory. The only thing you really need here is the Draconic Leather from the new Fellhollow zone. Everything else you can get from other zones. And then once you have the Blast Furnace crafted, there's another ingredient you're going to need to know, and that is the fuel pellets. As in order to run the Blast Furnace, you cannot put wood or charcoal or coal, anything like that. It has to be ran by these fuel pellets. Once you go ahead and get some of those, you need to head to the standard crafting table, scroll all the way down to the bottom underneath miscellaneous, and it's going to be right next to the weight stones. All right, so you've got the right here fuel pellets, and it'll tell you the 3 ingredients that you need. Once again, these are just standard ingredients. They're not anything from Fellhollow. We need charcoal, which again you get from wood in the kiln. We can get adhesive, which you get from swamp tar in the kiln, and then we need the coarse animal fur. Again, super easy. You can get all 3 of these. Once you do, you can create yourself some fuel pellets. Alrighty, so then once you have your fuel pellets already crafted, go ahead and place them inside the blast furnace, inside of the fuel section down here at the bottom. And then we're going to go ahead and add in our iron bars. And then the next thing we need is the coal that we mined from Fellhollow. And as you can see, both of these together combined will then give you and make these steel bars. Go ahead and start that process. It'll go around, give you the steel bars, and then boom, bada bing, you will then officially unlock all of the steel items. So you can see here from the menu, we then have the steel logging axe, we have the steel pickaxe that comes available, we end up having the steel mace, the steel sword, you name it here. We basically have all of the weapons that are currently available for the steel tier, including the armor as well, once you do collect the steel bars. And there you go, survivors. You guys enjoy this steel tier as always. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for more RuneScape Dragonwilds and survival games content. As always, guys, I've been Kodeations, and I will see you all on the next one.